All right. So, Trump. So, I guess it's last week now, as of this recording. Trump went on to Truth Social, and which, just an aside, I thought once he was let back on Twitter, he would abandon Truth Social, but apparently not, which is odd. I guess because people, the media does report on his posts on Truth Social, so maybe he figured, might as well stay here. But anyway, he posted that he's going to be arrested on Tuesday. And I think he posted this Sunday? Sunday, yeah. So exactly a week ago as of this recording, he posted that he is going to be arrested on Tuesday. Well, so he said, protest, 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 take your country back, the usual shit he said that riled everyone up on January 6th and caused all that fun stuff. But, so Tuesday came and went. There were like 6 protesters, so not to the level of January 6th. Probably because he didn't give a time. He just said Tuesday. He didn't say when he was going to be arrested, just to protest. So ever since then, the grand jury kept moving back its dates. Now, it could just be coincidental that they didn't meet for the rest of the week simply because they weren't ready to move on in the process. Or it could be that because of what happened on January 6th, people were scared. Alvin Bragg even sent out an email telling everyone that their safety is paramount. And the law enforcement's going to do everything they can to keep everyone safe. Well, come Friday, and Trump is going to he had his first campaign stop in Waco, Texas, on the day that the feds went into the Branch Davidian compound, and there was that whole clusterfuck. So yeah, he understands the relevance of dates, even if he did screw up with the Juneteenth one. But anyway, actually, was it Juneteenth or was it Tulsa that? No, I think it was Juneteenth, but it was in Tulsa, where Black Wall Street used to be. I think that's how it worked. Maybe I'm confused. Anyway, so he's basically dog whistling to his supporters that he's against the government and the government is trying to take him down. No, sweetheart. Alvin Bragg is the Manhattan DA, not the federal government. He has nothing to do with it, even though Republicans are trying to make it seem like they have a say in what happens in New York because they want to investigate Alvin Bragg. But come Friday, a letter was sent to DA Bragg. With it was a letter that said, "Alvin, I am going to kill you," with white powder in it. And of course, everyone freaked out because, it could be anthrax, it could be turns out it was nothing hazardous. So it was probably sugar, because they did say powdery substance. So sugar, flour. Anyway, so obviously, even though the protest, probably the absolute protest he wanted, didn't happen, but he did get some reaction. So there was that, and this was on, I think, the same day or maybe the day after Trump mentioned that there would be death and destruction if he were to be indicted. So yeah, he is trying to instill fear into the Manhattan DA and anybody else who has thoughts of indicting him for whatever, because if they do indict him, what's going to happen? Now, a lot of his supporters, and the really radical ones, the ones that haven't said, after January 6th, Trump isn't who we thought he was, which anybody who was wide-eyed knew that he doesn't give a shit about you. He just wants to use you to further him. Otherwise, he doesn't care. He says now that he would pardon the people who were part of January 6th, but he's just saying that now so he can get your vote. He honestly does not give a shit about you. But he is trying to intimidate. So I would say that he's being a domestic terrorist. I mean, what else would you call someone who's instilling fear in a group of people just by his words? That is terrorism. And the guy who threatened Alvin Bragg, not Trump, but the guy who sent the letter, that's a terrorism charge as well, because again, you're instilling fear because there wasn't anything harmful in that. You're just trying to put it in the back of his head that I can get to you. Well, my understanding is this never got to Bragg. That it was probably opened before it got to him, because unlike some people, these guys are not idiots. You can't have someone threatening you on a social media app and protests, even though there weren't a lot of people, but there were some protests. There were death threats from Trump. He posted a picture of himself with a baseball bat next to a picture of Alvin Bragg like this, implying he wanted to take a swing at him. Whether it be to kill him or he actually thought he could, decapitate him and, T-ball thing. Who knows? The point is, he's been threatening Alvin Bragg. How is this not terrorism? At this point, I don't care if you say the word traitor. I don't care if this is treason. This is definitely terrorism. So, for those of you who still like Trump, why? He's not doing you any favors here. All he's trying to do is cause unrest. Anything to stay out of jail. He knows how to dog whistle. Like I said, he had a campaign stop in Waco on the anniversary of when the Branch Davidians went down. I think it's been 20 years. Ugh. I mean, this man will do anything to stay out of prison. I'm actually wondering when he's going to flee the country, because you do know once he's indicted, once he's arraigned, the judge is going to take away his passport. They know that he's a flight risk. They're not going to let him keep his passport. So I'm surprised he's still in the country. I really am. I believe that's all I have for this video. Of course, I will do more videos as more things happen in this case, or I should say cases, because he's being investigated on multiple fronts. This particular case that Bragg is investigating is the hush money case, to hush money sent to Stormy Daniels to keep her affair with him quiet. And to be honest, if I were Stormy, would I want people to know that I had sex with Trump? I'd be ashamed. But then again, you know, she's probably letting it known because of the legality of it. You know, claiming it as a legal expense as opposed to what it actually is. So, yeah. Anyway, I will leave it there. And like I said, I will try and follow this and bring you updates when they become available. And with that, I will see you next time.